hello, my beautiful loves. Welcome to the collective message. I'm excited to come here. You know, after I calm down, I'm actually feeling a little bit better. I don't know, I've been feeling like I wanted to go outside, maybe to the car or somewhere. Exactly, that's exactly what I've been feeling, Spirit. Thank you. So we're about to get into this collective message, but I'm actually feeling a little bit okay in my space. I've been feeling like I want to, I don't know, change spaces. And I just got in from my workout. So some of you guys might need to pump off some steam. I'm also feeling that. But I'm just getting the rest of these cards out. I want to pull a few today. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Okay. I also want to use this deck. Okay, so, you know, but it was hot in here. So I was like, maybe that's why my guys are telling me to go outside. But I don't know. I might need to switch up some space. I think I just need to get outside. Because that energy of like going outside, and I'm hearing, I'm hearing Cardi B now. But that energy of like being outside is gonna like re-energize you. Okay? Your tank is low. Your tank is low. I posted a kind of like a collective message. It just like came to me right before I got into my workout of like how blessed we truly are right now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And tapping into the love around you. I think a lot of you guys are wanting to see change. You could be possibly waiting on something to come in with the Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles here. This is still, whatever this is that you're waiting on, this is still in the Page of Pentacles energy. You might need to sit down and do some planning surrounding whatever you're trying to call in. Okay. So maybe during this downtime, because I feel like the message here is the Hermit energy is to kind of take some time away from the world, not necessarily like maybe the people that you love or the things that you like to do in your day-to-day life. Like this doesn't mean you need to like stay indoors, right? But this is to kind of like pull away from the things that could be stressing you out. Okay. With the Three of Swords, I feel like you've been hurt. You've went through some type of like difficult ending. And this type of ending, it's like you're in pain in some sort of way, whether that be a mental thing or there's still emotional energy to be worked out. With the Three of Swords, it could be both. It could be one or the other. And so this is really encouraging you to, like I said, get out and pump off some steam, whether that be, you know, getting to the gym, taking a walk. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be high intensity, but the message here for you guys is to get outside and to get out of your mind. Yeah, because one of the things that I heard before, like the main message before I turned on the camera, was that there is an excessive amount of overthinking something. You're overthinking, and I heard over the past week, and possibly a lot of you, I'm hearing right now, over the past couple of months, there's been an excessive amount of just thinking, overthinking, really not just thinking, but like overthinking a situation, overthinking your steps, overthinking what you need, overthinking, you know. And the real message here, one of the real messages here is that you actually have everything that you need to sit down and build a better plan for yourself, whether that be like, okay, I'm really overthinking all of my steps concerning, you know, getting to the gym, you know, developing a diet plan. It could be something like that. Overthinking my steps on, you know, something that has to do with possibly, you know, career or school or something. You know, you have everything. You know, the Magician is here to tell us that you have every resource, you know, that is required to sit down and build a very, I'm hearing like hearty, like it's going to be very like nutritious, whatever this is going, when it gets to its full bloom, when it gets to its full harvest, because the Page of Pentacles is the person that sits down and builds the plan, and then he delivers the plan, and then you turn into the Knight of Pentacles and you actually do the work. So it's almost like all this overthinking is hindering you from getting to sitting down and actually building a plan for yourself, and then getting to the work, because there is work. But I feel like why you're here overthinking things, which is putting you ultimately in this Eight of Swords energy, where you feel like you can't move, you don't know what to do, or you might be all over the place, mind scattered, overthinking your steps, overthinking what you did, what you need to do. It's like all over the place. There's a anxiety energy here, but I don't feel like it's manifested in the sense of like a Nine of Swords kind of energy. You know, it's like the anxiety where you're not actually sitting down and doing what you need to do. And that is building a better plan for yourself. Okay. So in order to be able to sit down and build that plan, whether it be like, okay, this is what I want to do. I need more money. I need more, you know, I need to lose weight. There's something about gaining something, losing something. It could be, I really want to think about my future, because this Page of Pentacles, this is something that you're wanting to call in that gives longevity. This is for the future, for the long run, right? And so you need to sit down and lay out all of your resources so that you can see, oh, I actually have everything that it takes to achieve what I want to achieve. Right now, you're just like overthinking, maybe looking at certain things that you don't need to be looking at, looking into, considering, like, you know, and I keep hearing there's also like, there's so many different pathways, streams that you can tap into to manifest whatever this is for yourself. And so you could be stuck in a one track mind with this Eight of Swords, being stuck in a one track mind, where you're like, well, I don't have this, I can't do it like them, or, you know, I have to do it a certain type of way. And necessarily that is not the case here. Your guides are coming in to say that to you. It's not the case. Okay. So we have communication. It says talk to the moon, which is really interesting because I'm in the process of watching Paige, Popular Loner's new video, how to get over the hump. And in that video, in my pile, she talks about talking to the moon, and she sings that song, Talking to the Moon. So that's coming up. You might need to watch her video. You know, how to get over this hump. Obviously that's what you are in. I can see it now, why that her energy came through. You're trying to get over a hump here. And the reason why you're overthinking is because you're dealing with an emotional, like an emotional situation that caused a lot of pain. You could need to take some time to deal with that situation to heal, you know, to move a little bit slower. That is really the message here. But with this communication card, talking to the moon, you might need to sort out your emotions and understand where you are emotionally. Sometimes you can't sit down and build the plan that you need to subscribe to get to where you want to be, to manifest what you want, without addressing how you feel. You know, because you might be so one track minded where you feel like, oh, I got to do it like this person, or I got to do it like how I used to do it, or how am I going to do it because I don't have that. Maybe you don't have that specific thing, but you do have everything that it takes to get what you need, where you need to go, what you're trying to manifest for yourself. And acknowledging where you are emotionally is going to open up the view where you can actually see that. You know, a lot of you guys might feel like, you know, like I'm trying to think about an example for myself. You know, I did mention like diet and exercise. You know, I'm like really addicted to the gym right now. I am. and I'm moving with my emotions. I'm a very emotional person. You know, I've studied a lot with nutrition and like, you know, personally just me, like I've studied myself. When it comes to like nutrition and like exercise and stuff, I know what works for me, but I have a Virgo mindset most of the time. So I want to be perfect. You know, I want to stay one track minded. Like I have to do it like this or it's not going to work for me. And necessarily that's not how life works. That's not how, you know, this universe responds to us. And I have to keep reminding myself that, you know, so in the beginning of this, you know, this body transformation that I'm going through right now, I was just like, oh my God, okay, this is what I have to do. This is how I did it before. And I wasn't taking into consideration my emotions, you know, how stressed I was at the time, what I was dealing with, what I naturally had the energy to do, you know, also the connection that I had with the certain workout that I wanted to do. I wanted to get in the gym and just get intense. But I couldn't wrap around my mind of like maybe not showing up to my yoga mat every day, you know, to do an intense yoga flow, because that's what I'm used to. You know, that's what I was used to, you know. But I go through these phases of like needing intensity and needing to slow down. And I also see that because I have these certain goals, I have these different goals now when it comes to like, you know, my gains. I'm trying to gain muscle. I'm trying to, you know, do recomposition with my body, you know, and so I want to stay in the gym even if I do need a slower workout. So instead of doing like these HIIT intervals with my heavy lifting, I slow it down. Maybe it takes me, you know, 90 minutes to 2 hours to complete what I need to do, but like I show up because I wasn't wanting to move fast. I didn't want to get all sweaty. I just wanted to get my reps in and that's it, you know? And so, but now things have switched. I'm feeling like I want to just go in there and pump it out and sweat and get like my heart pumping. So there's an energy of needing to consider where you are emotionally, even like with the tarot readings, like with my career, I am needing to just show up where I am emotionally connected to. So with this Two of Cups, I think this speaks to like really showing up for yourself, you know, like noticing like, do I have the emotional interest to do these 18 plus videos anymore? No, I don't. Do I have the interest? Like I want to talk about much more important things. And now I'm seeing like the community post that I posted because I'm realizing with myself, because, you know, I'm a teacher, but I'm also a student and I'm also still learning. I don't feel like I'm a teacher that, you know, the learning stops, the ascension stops. I'm continually learning about life and learning about myself. And so I'm just like, I think I'm just really drawn towards talking about more deeper issues, not necessarily not doing pick a card readings, but because this is a change. During this time, there's a lot of changes. You're not going to be able to do things like how you used to do because of the energy that we are in collectively. We are being called to change. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to switch lanes completely or do things like completely different. Maybe some of you guys are needing that. But there's an energy of recognizing a shift within yourself emotionally because there has been some heavy energy that we have dealt with as a collective, you know? And so even with the tarot readings, I'm just like, I love reading cards and I love doing pick a cards, but I just necessarily feel like it's not important for us to address these men, you know what I mean? Like these men, like I have been living this for a while, even in my own personal energy. I have stopped pulling cards, like only if I feel like it's necessary. Like I don't give a fuck, honestly. I really don't give a fuck what these men think and how they feel. And it's not going to help you get to your body. It's not going to help you get to the bag. It's not going to help you get to your purpose, to what is going to help you ascend. So I keep thinking about the community post that I did the other day where I was like, I want to have balance. I know you guys want to understand, because that energy also helps you develop. Okay. But I feel like some of you guys are prioritizing other people over yourself, like this heartbreak. You might want to check in to like how they feeling about you, and how do they feel in your absence? Do they miss me? And who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck, for real? Like, it's like you're better off going to the gym and transmuting that energy. You're better off just staying away from that type of content. And I was like telling my man this like a couple months ago, like, I don't want to be an enabler to the people, because I understand how addicting it can be to tap into the emotional bank of somebody else because you feel low. You want to see how they're feeling because you feel low. Go and fill yourself up. So the message here is to literally do nothing. We have the do nothing. Think about your morning routine. Okay. The do nothing, I feel like, speaks to like maybe slowing down, slowing down with the recent routines. That could look like I need to reassess my routines, my plan, or what am I truly building here? Am I getting up on this internet? Am I getting up on, in the group chat and talking about things that I actually want? Is it bettering me? Is it pouring into me? So I think that's the energy of like, hey, let's just slow down and do nothing right now. Rest, heal. And I don't feel like this is like something that's going to go on for a long time, but like for like months on end. But there needs to be a pause here and to go out and connect with your current reality, because you guys do feel like you're lacking in some sort of way, maybe emotionally, but that's a lie. There's so much here for you to tap into. The abundance is here for you to tap into. The love is here, but you are lacking. You feel like you lack something. You want something and you don't have it. So it's causing some type of, resistance within from the actual love and abundance that surrounds you, that you can tap into, that can fill you up. Get you to a place where you can sit down and develop a good plan for yourself. So the message here is to rest. I'm seeing like maybe you need to like sit down, read a book, watch a show, do something, go outside. Like lately I've been getting to the gym in the morning. I've been checking my morning routine. I had to switch it around, because my man's schedule changed. So, and it's summer. I want to be at the pool with my kids every evening, so it's like, tap into your actual life, okay? If you are going to come to this internet, it should pour into you. The message that you're getting should pour into you. And knowing how somebody feels, whether they feel good or they feel bad about your situation, is not pouring into you. And I'm not going to be that for you. So you know what? The next pick a card reading is going to be how we're going to get back on track. I don't give a fuck how that nigga feels. Okay, or how they feel. And you shouldn't too. So it's already, the poll is already like telling what you guys need to do. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you guys. Okay. And I was laughing because this girl was like, I feel like this is a test because we want both. And one girl was like, fuck these men. And I was like, yeah, my people, they're getting it. Okay. Because we got to get to the plan. We got to reassess our routines and what we're doing, to really pour into ourselves and manifest the life that we really want and desire. Okay, so that is the collective message for today. Tap into the Stan store. That's where you can book a personal reading with me, and also check out the Candle Magic 101 workshop. It dropped today, which is Tuesday. This will be for Wednesday, but it's open. Join if you guys want to get down with the candle magic. I'm teaching it in depthly. Okay, putting you guys on. I'm gonna help you understand how it works. So check out the workshop if you guys are interested, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which is tomorrow. Peace.